If you are seeking advice on how to be more confident, chances are you might not be confident, and that is something you have to accept with yourself. You might seek some advice and people may tell you to just fake it till you make it. But faking confidence can prove to be rather detrimental because fake confidence is in fact arrogance. What is a common quality we find in people who come off as foolish? If you guessed arrogance, you would be correct. It's simple, guys. Don't be an arrogant prick and accept your lack of confidence. Move differently, and that confidence you seek will eventually be restored. Some things you just can't fake. Another common piece of advice I hear floating around in the dating space is to have opinions and talk most of the time to avoid awkward silence. Although this seems actionable and straightforward, it doesn't actually mean it is that effective. The worst thing you can do on a date is bore a woman. The chances of you taking her home that night or going on another date will be zilch. You done goofed. To avoid this, ask her opinion on things and let her do the majority of the talking. Not only will you be able to peacefully enjoy your steak, but one thing you need to know about people is that they love talking about themselves. If you can show the slightest bit of interest in what she has to say, she may let you into some intimate details about herself, demonstrating her comfortability with you. And not to mention, she will find you more attractive. Women love listeners. All you have to listen out for are two things. These things are her experience and her feelings about this certain experience. Sprinkle in some witty comments about whatever she has to say, and your chances of hitting that night are far better than if you were to mansplain about what you do for work. In summary, don't bore her to death and let her do the talking. So we covered being confident over arrogance and letting her do the talking. But a big sleeper is the ability to be vulnerable with her. No, I don't mean to cry on her shoulder because that will just make you look like a beta fool and no better than the arrogant man. But what I mean by this is if you are nervous, say that you are nervous. If anything, if the woman finds you attractive already, she will absolutely love that she's making you nervous. It's kind of weird, but women are weird in this kind of way. Women's ultimate goal is to be able to feel safe and comfortable around you, and if you are nervous, now she can toy with you in an endearing way. Leave her if she tries to manipulate you on the spot because you are nervous, because that would be a major red flag. That likely will not happen, but just wanted to throw that out there. Much like faking your confidence, don't try to be the tough guy when in fact you're obviously nervous. Women are very intuitive and will subconsciously pick up on you not being true to yourself. The next piece of advice, and possibly the worst take on dating imaginable, is that you don't need to spend a lot of money to date. Guys, obviously we don't want an extremely materialistic, gold-digging bimbo, so don't get it twisted with what I'm saying here. Also, if you were just starting to date someone, then yes, you may not want to drop $300 on a dinner. Spoil her with expensive gifts and vacations. This is very obvious. But what I mean with needing to spend a lot of money to date goes a level deeper than just the date itself. You see, a woman would probably not find you that attractive if you didn't have any hobbies. If your life was just work and sleeping, what do you think she expects to be her life with you? Hobbies make you more interesting as a person, and these hobbies cost money. This is what I mean when I say you need money to date. You need the money to enjoy life. Let's say you were very into rock climbing. Not only do you need enough money to take the time off to be able to rock climb in the first place, but you also need the equipment, so on and so forth. Then you take a girl on a date, and she mentions something about rock climbing or whatever hobby you're into. Boom. Now, there's connection. Do you guys see? It's all about companionship and common interests, not necessarily the money. Not only do hobbies cost money, but having an active social life does as well. It costs money to go out with friends, to go to dinner, and parties. Having an active social life increases your chance to meet women in general, but the main thing here is that women generally like to see that you have the ability to enjoy life. We live in a world where it costs money to be able to enjoy life and provide. Women want to know that you can do that for them and with them. It's very simple, guys. Women are not that hard to understand when you really sit down and think about how they operate and what they look for. I hope I have dissolved some of that vapor advice floating around for some of you guys and replaced it with some battle-tested, actionable advice. Go get you guys some booty and remember to stay hungry, noble men.